Hello, Aquarius. Welcome. Welcome to your reading. I am Vanessa, and I am going to be giving you guys your reading now today. Getting into my flow. It's feeling good. Finally feeling into my flow. And Aquarius. Aquarius flows into the future. Aquarius is very, Aquarius thinks about the betterment of the group dynamic. And Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, actually, and there's Saturn as well. And so there is a bit of a shaking up the status quo, or breaking down structures that weren't made to last. Uranus represents earthquakes and natural disasters, and lightning bolts, and like that tower energy. And so I do think of that a little bit with Aquarius, because Aquarius is really wanting to ensure that solid foundations are laid for future generations, and typically through the aspect of thought and communication. So there is this desire to communicate with a group, or to be on stage. The 11th house is Aquarius's house, and the axis is with Leo. Leo is the 5th house. They're opposites of one another. And the two signs really honestly do quite well on a stage, but one embraces a lot of fun, entertainment, fashion, eye-dazzling, the wow factor, and has its benefits and is wonderful. And then there's also the other side, which is Aquarius, right? I was just kind of talking about Leo. Leo is fabulous entertainer. Like, they love to entertain. Where Aquarius loves to have a group of people that they can give information to that is going to make the group or the whole future better. Does that make sense? So one is not going to be so interested about being flashy or like entertaining. They want to be more educational and empowering or enlightening in that sense. So that's kind of Aquarius's like vibe. So whereas the Leo axis has a lot of, the Leo rules the heart, and there's a lot of care about what's being presented. There's emotional ties. Aquarius can present information. It's an air element, right? So with a lot more fact-based intelligence. They're not going to be so emotional about what they're presenting, unless the Aquarius that you're thinking of or that you are has a lot of fire in their chart as well, or a lot of water in their chart. The water signs will really empath and feel into sending their message, and people will feel their heart in it. And the fire elements, people will feel the passion. Wow, they're lit up. Wow, this is what they love. Whoa, I'm like inspired right now. That's kind of that fiery energy. Well, the air element energy is more, let me communicate this with you. Let me give you this information and do what you want with it. But it's so that we can improve. Because with information, there's a lot that you can do. It gives you a lot more options. Information is a tool. So Aquarius is very much all about kind of sharing this information with the group dynamic to help the betterment of the group. The 11th house also represents friendships and hopes and dreams. So again, you know, working with the betterment or the future, the thinking, very much thinking about the future. So being in the present moment and celebrating, I don't know, is that what you need to do, Aquarius? I like to celebrate, but I don't know. What does Aquarius need to do, actually? Or what are we talking about here? I should have been shuffling my deck during that entire first 5 minutes, but I didn't. So I guess we needed to kind of talk about everything we just talked about. Welcome to the show, Aquarius. My Jupiter is in Aquarius. And so I know that I am meant to help people, especially in the community that I'm involved in, and people that feel kind of like siblings to me, to help communicate this expansive, futuristic vibe. Like, we're going in a positive direction. I know it all looks kind of crazy and scary out there, and it kind of is. But that's also, honestly, a validation that things are shifting and changing towards the better. So what does Aquarius need to know? Thank you so much for letting this message be clear and understandable. I'm working with the Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler deck. Let's hope this cord kind of stays out of the way. My microphone. What is it that Aquarius needs to know? That's a lot of cards. I'm not taking any of them. What is it that Aquarius will benefit most from? The Aquarians that are watching right now. This is for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. But if you've got Mercury in Aquarius, Mars in Aquarius, Jupiter in Aquarius, and you just want to check it out, or hey, cross watchers, are you cross watching for an Aquarius? I have not said hello to the cross watchers yet. You want to come out? I have not said hello to the cross watchers yet. So if you're cross watching because you're interested in an Aquarius, hello to you as well. I am doing a general collective reading, so it's for all of you that are tuning in and those in the future that tune into this. So just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. This whole message does not have to fit. Don't make it fit. If it's not what's happening for you at this time, then it's not what's happening for you this time. I'm sorry, I'm like itching my lip because I meant to get my chapstick out. And I forgot. Something you want to say? Okay, ascending the mountain, staying focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Staying focused. Hold the course. I like this. Aquarius can very much see the big picture. And ascending the mountain, keep going. You've kind of been on a journey. Maybe you're feeling like you need a break. Maybe you're feeling tempted to be like distracted right now. I did talk a lot about entertainment and the Leo vibes and qualities. So, okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, if you need to get some water, grab some water. Stay hydrated. So staying focused, hold the course and keep going forward. You're ascending the mountain. So you're on a journey of ascension. You're rising right now. Keep your eye on the prize. So this has been going on for a long time, or at least what feels like a long time. And you have valiant courage underneath. So you've been on a journey. You've been on your horse. Looks like you might be walking right now. Feeling a little, like you need a break. I feel like you need a break. I feel like you need some refreshment because you're feeling a little stuck and confused. This is a lot popping out all at once. Feeling a little stuck, confused. not feeling your flow. Not feeling your flow right now. Well, it looks like Aquarius needs to spend some time with Aquarius. You need a break. You need a break. You are like, you need to take a nap. You've been thinking too much, you've been working too much, feeling like just something is not happening. And it really does feel just kind of like you're just tired right now. Like you need a break to re-motivate. Oh, that's how they want to go. Okay. Wow. Damn, Aquarius. Okay, so there's something about you're not seeing the truth of your strength right now, which is okay, right? I think that's kind of like what happens when we get tired. We're tired. It doesn't mean that we don't think we're strong enough for it. It just means that we just feel like we need a break. This does have to do with kind of moving forward right now on a solo journey, away from family, away from others, away from romantic options, away from... There's something about just not being inspired by like what was supposed to be this kind of happy, picture perfect situation. For some of you, this is moving away from a relationship. Ugh, I don't really like talking about all that stuff, but hey, for some of you, you're probably going through that right now, and so I'm hoping that I can just be of assistance. So there's definitely been like a need to stay focused in this journey that you're taking, that's solo, that's new, that's unknown, that's kind of tough. What else can you tell me? Like this idea of wanting to just kind of like drop it all. And that's not so much it's not so much what's indicated right now, but definitely like you want a rest. You need to lighten your load. But there's something about you not seeing that you have the option to decide. Like you feel like stuck. Just it's more of like an unmotivated, like I don't really feel interested in this. Not protecting your vision of the future that you once saw, whether that's good or bad, I don't really know, but just feeling kind of like, this is definitely not what I thought it was going to be. Now I feel stuck in this and confused as to what to do. So there's like this strong desire right now to kind of like just lay everything down and surrender to it. So I'm torn as to say, I just feel, I keep thinking like you need to take a nap. To sleep on this, I'm getting out a different deck for you, Aquarius, so we can see a little bit more behind the scenes. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decourt, if she's French, Decourt, if she's not. And it is a really beautiful deck, and it tends to work with me kind of more in a like behind the scenes type way. It'll show me what's like hidden. It'll show me what's hidden in the shadows. Or it'll give me more clarity. I should say it that way. I kind of like it that way. Both ways apply though. Okay. What's happening with this King of Wands? That's kind of a little bit knocked off right now. If not feeling himself, uninspired. Definitely feeling beaten up and bruised. Not inspired to continue going forward. Okay, right? And in this, there's a sense of needing to follow your intuition with, like, trusting. It's more of a continue to trust your intuition, that you're making the right choice. And yes, you're tired right now. And it sounds like it's okay that you are. And there's a communication that needs to be made so that you can clarify like what you need so that you can move forward. And even just clarify that you feel kind of confused around why you even feel stuck. And that could be just communication with yourself. But it could also be communication with people around you, either for advice or because there are certain people that are going to need to know this because they've been a part of your everyday life and now you need to go off and do this alone. There's definitely a solo journey happening, but it's more of one that is, it's like, wow, this is like a mindset shift. This is a mindset shift. Whoa. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. For some of you, this is not about love at all. Oh. Whoa. For some of you, this is not about love at all. There's no love story. For some of you, it is. Sure. Right? For most of you, though, no. This is a big mindset shift. You are not inspired in this belief system or this thought process or this mentality any longer. You have new ideas coming in, new inspirations that are leading you in this new direction that you've already been aware of and moving toward for a while. You feel kind of like really, you've been feeling just beaten up and you're fed up. There's no more hope in this old way of thinking, this old belief system. And that can be a religious belief system, a faith-based belief system, but that's not really what I'm thinking or what I'm suggesting. But if that resonates, take it, because I felt inclined to say that. But for a lot of you, it's just more so around like this understanding that you are in control of how you want to feel and live. And this picture that, you know, at least like my generation was shown of what a happy family looked like. Well, we've pretty much been seeing over the past few decades that's all been a facade. Not all of it, but a lot of it. There's been a lot of for show. And so also I think a lot of my generation, you know, if I'm a millennial. So if you're, you know, around my age or something like that, or if you're just a soul that vibrates with what I'm speaking about, I'm half channeling right now, so I'm kind of going in and out, so I apologize. There's an understanding and like a consciousness and an awakening that's sweeping us right now as a collective. And we're now really starting to see that whatever we saw growing up, that was the picture of a happy family and what we were meant to do, right? You do this, and then you do this, and then this happens, and you do this, and yada da, right? Like the whole lineup, going to school, getting the job, the marriage, the kids, the white fence, and then the dogs, and the cats, and the kids. Then that story starting over again. I definitely want to have family, and I don't mean to like sound like I'm making fun of anyone who is on that pathway like that or has been on that pathway, because that's what we were raised with. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that if it's serving you really well and if you're really happy in life, right? But if you're still watching this, and what we're getting to is that there's actually this awareness happening for you now that you are in control with your level of happiness. And it's not dependent on whatever achievement you achieve or this progression that you also go in, so that you can then communicate with others who are in the same boat as you. I don't know, the Aquarius is very much unique and doesn't want to follow the status quo. And so you've already been privy to some of this, but it looks like a lot of you are really, really starting to see that you are waking up to this, awareness that you can create a new picture for yourself. Because the picture that you thought you saw for yourself, that you were going in at one time, taught you a lot and served you in certain ways, but it's like you already kind of amounted to what you were supposed to amount to, and it wasn't satisfying like you thought it was going to be. So you've decided to leave behind what is no longer lighting you up or like really serving your heart. I talked a lot about fire energy in the beginning of this video, and Leo, and it's like lots of like belief around like what you're really resonating with, like in your heart. There's a lot of fire on the table because wands represent fire, and we have a lot of wands on the table. Okay. So what else? Yep. You need to follow your heart versus this 3D reality, the achievements, the like money. A lot of you are quite well off. It's just like what you were investing in is now what you had invested in, or now you see that if you continue to invest in that same way with that, it's gonna not lead you to this happiness and feeling of expansion and like yes and liberation or freedom or ability that you thought that you were in for. So you're shifting. You're going through a big shift right now, and you're tired. You're tired. And that's okay. And so if things feel stuck and you feel like there's something about it that's happening outside of you and it doesn't feel fair, and you're confused why this stuck feeling is happening, it's so that you can take a step back and tune into your heart and refocus on this new pathway that is a climb. It will take endurance and stamina. So don't give up. It looks like you are invested. It's just right now there's a sense of like this feeling of stuck. Or if you step into this feeling of stuckness, it's redirecting you to stop like thinking with your head so much and instead move forward with what is really going to light your passion, in the sense of what are you passionate about that you can share with the world that is going to benefit you and others. All right, Aquarius? Beautiful reading. Not a love reading. For some of you, you're releasing a partner that wasn't giving and receiving. There is some of that for some of you, but it looks like there wasn't really like love there anyway to begin with. And so now you're on this new journey that is going to ask for you to go at it alone and to follow your heart, not your head. And Aquarius love it's an air sign. They're mental. They like to think, right? Man, the beginning of this video, go back and listen to how I was talking about these different signs. And there's So there's an asking for a balance here between head and heart, and to actually allow your, to allow your heart to rule. And take a nap. If you can just take a nap. Take a nap, or if you can, do a restorative yoga class or meditate if that's your thing, or get into meditation. All right. I hope this helps. Sending you so much love, and I will see you guys in the next video.